President Muhammadu Buhari has reappointed Hadiza Usman as the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority for another 5 years. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the newly sworn-in American President Joe Biden on Wednesday issued an executive order reversing travel bans imposed on Nigeria, Yemen, Eritrea, Sudan, and citizens of other Muslim countries by Donald Trump's administration. Trump's administration was known for its harsh policies against immigrants and asylum seekers, one of his many election campaign promises. However, immediately after his inauguration, Biden issued a number of executive orders undoing some of these policies and projects. At number 9, a 20-year-old man identified as Abubakar Amodu has been arrested for conspiring with a gang to kidnap his father and collecting 2 million naira ransom. Amodu was among the 25 suspects paraded by the Nigeria Police Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, for various offences in Abuja on Wednesday. The suspect, who was arrested alongside other members of the gang, told reporters that his father was a herdsman and that he became friends with the members of the gang who told him his father was rich and should be kidnapped for money. He said after his father was kidnapped, the 2 million naira ransom was paid and he received a share of 200,000 naira. At number 8, oil prices rose for a second day on Wednesday as the market expects the new administration of the United States to act big in the next COVID-19 relief package. As at the time of the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden, West Texas Intermediate crude was up by 1.53% at $53.77, and Brent crude prices were trading above $56 a barrel. Brent crude was up by 1.16% at $56.52, very close to the 11-month high prices recorded last week. At number 7, the Federal Executive Council has approved the Harmonized Retirement Age for Teachers Bill 2020. The bill seeks to extend the retirement age of teachers from 60 years to 65 and the years of service from 35 to 40. The Minister of Education, Adamu, announced this on Wednesday while briefing State House correspondents on the outcome of the 30th Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the Council Chamber of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Adamu said the approved bill, which seeks to give legal backing to new measures by the current administration to enhance the teaching profession in the country, will be sent to the National Assembly for consideration and possible approval. At number 6, China has imposed sanctions against former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and 27 other officials of the Trump administration. The sanctions came 24 hours after Pompeo accused China of genocide against Uyghur Muslims. It also came as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were inaugurated as U.S. President and Vice. China said Pompeo and others had executed a series of crazy moves, gravely interfered in China's internal affairs, undermined China's interests, offended the Chinese people, and seriously disrupted China-US relations. Former officials affected are Trade Chief Peter Navarro, National Security Advisors Robert O'Brien and John Bolton, Health Secretary Alex Azar, UN Ambassador Kelly Craft, and Steve Bannon. The ex-officials and their immediate family members would be banned from entering China, Hong Kong, or Macau. Companies and institutions associated with them can no longer do business with China. At number 5, International Olympic Committee Chief Thomas Bach said in an interview on Thursday that Tokyo Olympics will go ahead this summer and that there is no plan B. He said, "We have at this moment no reason whatsoever to believe that the Olympic Games in Tokyo will not open on the 23rd of July. This is why there is no plan B, and this is why we are fully committed to make these games safe and successful." Tokyo organizers have produced a series of safety measures they say will allow the games to go ahead, even if the pandemic is not under control and without requiring vaccinations. Although public support in Japan is low, with about 80 respondents in recent polls favoring either a further delay or outright cancellation of the Olympics. At number 4, former assistant Super Eagles and Green Eagle coach Joe Erico is dead. He passed on at the age of 72, according to reports this morning. The former Julius Berger manager died after suffering from an unknown ailment. The news of his death was announced on Twitter by Goal.com Nigeria's chief editor Shina Aludare. At number 3, the federal government says last year's #EndSARS protest and the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted production flows, are responsible for the increasing price of cement in Nigeria. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Nasir Sani Gwazo, said this at an event in Abuja. He stated that the development affected the volume of stock levels in the supply chain due to reduction of cash flow of major distributors and high cost of transportation. Market surveys have shown that prices of cement and associated products, such as blocks in many states, including the FCT, have continued to rise. At number 2, farmers, forest guards, and the members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Ondo State staged a protest today in support of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu's order to remove herdsmen from forest reserves in the state. They also lamented the incessant abduction of their members by some gunmen suspected to be herdsmen. The protesters, who carried placards with various inscriptions, said if the current state of insecurity in the state was not quickly checked or addressed, it might lead to chaos and famine. Finally, at number 1, President Muhammadu Buhari has reappointed Hadiza Usman as the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority for another 5 years. The boards of the agency and that of the Transmission Company of Nigeria were reconstituted by the President. The Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, made this known in a statement on Thursday titled, President Buhari reappoints Hadiza Bala Usman as MPA MD, approves board members for MPA TCN. The statement reveals members of the new TCN board will oversee the selection of a new managing director for the organization. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.